Hey, 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 family. Hope you're hanging around the right people. Hope you're consuming the right information. Um, so I've been really breaking into some of this information, and it's come to my attention, or my realization, or epiphany, or whatnot, that this is a very complicated subject. It's not going to be easy to change my thought process, change. So basically, you got to look back all the way from the very beginning. We're born into this world, and we're born into the circumstances, the beliefs, the the, the thinking, the way people think. So that when we're born, we're already going to be surrounded by people that have already grown up through childhood, and they have already developed their self-image. They've already developed their belief systems. They already have their worldview. They've already completely experienced all types of events and situations in their life, and have learned different coping mechanisms. And so you're instantly learning how to live your life from other people's experiences and beliefs. Okay. And like I said before, that we're kind of up until before we're 8, from like 2 years old till like up until you're 8. So 2 through 7. Okay. This is before our conscious mind has even developed, before we're able to think and reason. And up until that point, that part of our brain hasn't even started to develop. Okay. So basically, we're children walking around, um, walking around with just basically a wide open subconscious mind. Okay. So basically, all the way up till 8 years old, we are our subconscious mind does not reject any information. I don't even know how many cups of water I just put in there. Damn it! Put one more. So our subconscious mind, it does not reject information. It can't. It only accepts all information, environmental information, what you see, what you hear. It accepts all of that. Okay. And our subconscious mind is our emotional mind. You guys can do your own research, okay? Oh, that's got to get pulled. Do your own research. But that is basically our mental programming, okay? And even the Bible, in Proverbs chapter 22, verse 6, it says, "Teach a child the way he should live, and he will remember it all his life." Okay? That's Proverbs chapter 22, verse 6, out of the New English Version Bible that I have. And so basically, so once we get past 8 years old, and we are starting to be able to think and reason, and we can reject information and take on information. Basically, our subconscious mind is also where our beliefs are at. It's where our consistent thoughts are. It's where our world view is, and it's where our self image is. Okay, and I guess we also see. I got to start looking a little bit more into childhood trauma and how children develop coping mechanisms, because you have this hierarchy or just like hierarchy of needs. This triangle, your hierarchy of needs. But so like baby cries because it's hungry, or I guess you just. I still got to do some diving into this information, okay? But it is also where our paradigm is stored at, is in our subconscious mind, okay? Paradigm is a group of habits that are programmed into our subconscious mind that control our behavior, okay? It's a series of events that have happened in our life and the meaning that we give to these events. And it's actually where we sort of have set points. We set levels of achievement, okay? So a set level that we can achieve in certain areas of our life, in our financial life, in our career, in our relationships, in our health. And like I said, we start to develop our sense of identity in those early stages of life too. Okay? So you can only imagine if you are born into an environment with people that are in a dysfunctional environment, an unhealthy, self-defeating environment, that's what you're going to learn. Okay? And you might start to learn your sense of identity. Well, you do. You do. And our sense of identity drives our beliefs and our behavior. Okay? Okay, it's okay. Here we go. Here we go. So, our paradigm, our self-image, basically our worldview. Before we can even think, we've already been programmed with all that, which I believe this has been known for a long time, and that's how. I mean, by I guess nowadays they call it the elite, the the richest people of the world. Okay, and so and when we grow up, we learn all of our habits from a few different things. Okay, and we learn from, like I said, we observe with our eyes and our ears. In my last video. So we learn all this stuff from what we're told by our parents, by our relatives, by our teachers, by our friends, by authority figures, okay? Through music, through television, especially before the age of 8, okay? We also develop our paradigm, our worldview, our belief systems, our self-image, through life experiences, whether it's good or bad, okay? But more importantly, the meaning that we give those experiences, the meaning that we place on them. I'm learning this stuff as I go. I'm learning more stuff as I go. The basic thoughts, feelings, behavior, thoughts, feelings, actions, all that. Okay, I got that down. Setting goals, stuff like that, I got that down. Becoming sober, I got that down. But I believe there's all types of stuff still up in here, still in here that I don't even know is there, that actually makes me act the way I do, it gives me my personality, gives me my attitude. Turn that down anyway. Give me a second here. I'm gonna get a quarter cup of milk. Quarter cup. All right. So like I said, we learn these paradigms from our friends in our social circle. Okay, our social circle, the people we hang around. We learn it through our education. We learn it through repetition. We learn it through our core beliefs. We learn it, and our core beliefs is basically our sense of self-worth, our sense of safety, our sense of control, and how we connect with others is also developed through them. You know, you might not connect with people well. Me, I know I don't. I grew up in a foster home, many different foster homes, back and forth. Okay, that's trauma. I got to look into all that still, because I'm pretty sure that created some stuff. Um, Juvenile penitentiary, youth home. Okay, so say you born into a dysfunctional family. There's drug and alcohol abuse. There's violence. There's poverty. There's communication systems that. Okay, so say that. Then say you're going to school in a poor neighborhood. Okay, and you're around a bunch of other kids that grew up in dysfunctional families, right? And they're learning their world, they learned their worldview and all this. So you're basically learning from that at school, right? Say you went to many different schools, okay? So you start to learn, you maybe made a friend at the first school, but you went to another school, you went to foster home, went to another school, another school, another school. And you start to develop, like me, the belief that about how friendships, relationships and stuff. Not long term. Learn to just not connect with people. Ooh. And then you start getting put into youth homes with kids that are acting out because of these issues, okay? Then you end up in a juvenile penitentiary, okay? A juvenile prison, barbed wire, criminals, literal kids that are criminals, man. Because that's what they learn. That's the environment that they grew up in, okay? Just think of the coping mechanisms and the defenses and the attitudes and stuff that you develop in those types of environments, okay? Then you're sent out into the world. After all that, you're an adult now. You're supposed to be able to take care of yourself, right? What are you doing in life, right? You haven't been taught any sort of structure, any sort of way to make goals. You haven't been taught anything about money, other than being poor, okay? Um, and basically, the group of friends environment you're in, people are headbangers, listening to music, smoking pot, drinking and partying all the time, just sex, all that stuff, man. Stealing, um, whatever you have to do to survive, because that's what they learned, right? But for the most part, man, childhood trauma is something I got to dig into. I do know a lady that I subscribe to. I can't remember her. Her name is Dawn something, but she's Doc Snipes. Doc, D-O-C, Snipes, S-N-I-P-E-S, on YouTube. Come on, come on, come on. What was the time? Stirring the macaroni for 7 to 8 minutes. I'm going to do 7 because I like it al dente. I'm going to do 7 minutes. I'm going to have me some fried up hot dogs. So I got some rice over there. Got a couple more hot dogs. I still got a couple more pork chops, but I'm running low. So I'm going to the food pantry on Thursday. But yeah, so then you start drinking, and you got emotions and stuff. Okay, emotions is emotion regulation, managing emotions. That's the main reason we make the decisions that we do, is based off emotion, feelings. Okay, none of us wants to. We want to feel good. We want to feel the way we want to feel, right? But then all of a sudden we start learning habits that, you know, drinking. I started drinking at a very early age, man. Very early age. Oh yeah. Okay. So basically, I had said that the subconscious mind is the emotional mind. It accepts most information that comes in, no ability to reject it. It stores and records your consistent decisions, actions, and habits. It's kind of like your muscle memory. That's how you can just get in your car and drive, and it's an automatic pilot. Okay, it's your computer program. That's your automatic pilot, your self-driving car, your self-driving freaking human. Um, and it creates your habits, good or bad. Your subconscious mind does. So what I'm learning, okay, it's just deeper. You probably get deeper and deeper and deeper into this. Subconscious mind has a lot to do with this. Now, um, another thing, it says that the subconscious mind cannot tell the difference between a real experience or something that you have completely imagined. You sat and imagined it all the way through. They can't tell the difference. That's why I was talking about anxiety and worry. And we can sit. We have so many thoughts that come through our mind, up in our conscious mind. So many thoughts that we have to. That evidently we don't even think. We don't think. We just have a bunch of mental activity going on up there, and we're running off autopilot from our subconscious mind. Okay, and we kind of have to figure out what our computer program is. Okay, and we just learn it by digging in the information. All right, you experience friends being killed. You experience death in the family. You experience, getting in fights, all types of stuff. And there's a lot of people out here that have no idea, have never experienced any of it. Grew up in a completely functional family that already had education goals, already had paths picked out, already, people that were given proper guidance, and sometimes you grow up in poverty and substance abuse and the legal system. You learned all the wrong stuff. And that's me in a nutshell. Uh, then you get girlfriends, long-term relationships, stuff like that. Now all of a sudden you're living with somebody that has their own paradigm, their own self-image, their own worldview. Okay, and depending on how you feel accepted by people, how you want people to view you, you've learned that there's ways that we have to treat people, and we have to act to become a people pleaser. You can't say no. I think that that's way done, dude. That is not el dente. That's done. Let's get that out of the way. Like it a little bit of runny cheese, so I'll just leave the water in the noodles a little bit. Let's go ahead and get this milk in here and start it warming up. Now there's got to be 4 tablespoons of butter. So I'm going to do that one. And all of that. That back over there. Mix that up a little bit, get that melt in. You know why? Because this is how I grew up making macaroni and cheese, man. I get the milk warm, I melt the butter because that's just a habit I developed. That's how I look at making mac and cheese, right? Slice my hot dogs up, get them nice and crispy and fried. Why? Because mainly, and I don't know why, but I just figured it out as I was getting ready to say it. I was going to say because of the way my dad ate, the way my dad liked his food, okay? And that's because when I was with my mom and dad, I was in those younger years before it was those younger years, right about 7 and 8, 5, 6 or so, when they started taking us from the home and stuff like that and putting us in foster homes with a whole different group of people with whole different thoughts and whole different beliefs. And, okay? And those could be bad, they could be negative, those could be, but yeah, most of the time, foster homes, youth homes, penitentiaries, jails, your food is picked for you. It's cooked for you. Okay, so after all those years of that, I'm still learning how to learning about nutrition and health, and I just eat to stay alive, man. Sometimes it's money that's a factor. Um, Convenience, it all depends. But I sure the hell don't. Like I got a list of healthy foods over here, healthy for the brain, that I'm gonna start getting. But like out here where I live, I got one grocery store right here, and it's expensive. You got the little Dollar General, the dollar store. You got that in every poor neighborhood. Oh, mac and cheese, man. Alright, so I'm gonna turn that on. Yeah. So it all began when we were born, man. And everything that we've seen and heard and felt and experienced since then. And and it's not gonna be easy, okay? It's not gonna be easy to change our identity, to change our beliefs, to change our actions, to change our thoughts and our emotions, because it's a program, okay? You got to become a computer hacker. You got to become, and how you do that? You got to study it. I didn't study this stuff on purpose. Most of the environments that I was in, learning this stuff was being forced upon me. But eventually, as I got to be an adult, I started to learn I didn't want that type of life, right? That's about all I knew. I didn't want it. I didn't want to be in jail all the time. I didn't want to be broke all the time. Then you start getting exposed to different environments. Like maybe you had an experience where some people you knew some people, and you got invited to a big get together, a big I don't know, a country fest, right? A big festival, of country music or something, and so you go up and you stay at this person's house for a while. This person, they got money, all right. They're living easy life. They have different beliefs, different mode of operation. Okay, and then you see, holy cow, there is a whole different world out there than what I'm living. So you experience that, and it's like you get a glimpse. You know, start working at different places. You get a glimpse of what of different people are like. Different people, depending on what you do for work, you get a different glimpse. But and then if you start your own business or something like that, and then you got people contact you, you're man. Um, you start to see it. You got your own business, doing even remodeling, doing auto repair, doing things that people have money to pay for. Well, you're going to go see that. Man, when I was doing the mobile auto repair, I was called into so many rich neighborhoods. I had businesses that had money that called me in. I mean, old people with estates. I mean, their vehicles, motorcycles. That it was their estate, man, and nice old collectors' cars and stuff like that. But you start to learn that there's a different world out there, and um, I gotta stop doing that. Eat all my hot dogs before I even sit down and eat. But I just wanted to touch base on that. Um, I was gonna say I didn't really have time to make a video tonight, but yeah. So that's just some notes and stuff that I jotted down, and I was reading some verses out of the Bible and Proverbs 22, verse 6. Teach a child the way he should live. So teach a child, and he will remember it all his life. Okay? And a child doesn't have a developed conscious mind, it's only subconscious. Everything is accepted. All right? Just an innocent little baby laying around looking, maybe watching his mother getting slapped, maybe seeing drunken rages, drug addiction, cockroaches, poverty. Who knows, okay? Who knows what people have been through, okay? The thing is, we have the ability to change it. We just have to decide to do it, make a plan, literally on paper. You got to learn how to do it, obviously. I was fortunate enough to have this stuff crammed down my throat for many years, 1996 all the way up till 2012. So what's that? 12, 16 years I was having this shit jammed down my throat. cognitive intervention programs, relapse prevention programs, alcohol and substance abuse programs, um, thinking. You know, they teach you criminal thinking and rational thinking. It's all set up just a little bit different depending on what type of environment you're being taught. Okay, because first of all, most people are in denial when you go into those types of situations. You're pulling them out of their pulling them out of their only known types of situation, their only type of living. You're placing them in something, and you're basically, you know, feeding them all this stuff that is completely new to them. You're telling them that they're messed up, that they're acting wrong, and that you need to learn this and you need to start acting different. Okay, and hey, I guess it worked. It worked for me. It obviously because the subconscious mind accepts everything. Okay, and then if you are open to it, man, you're open to the information and you're imagining with deep emotion a completely different life. Okay, vividly imagining this stuff. Your subconscious mind doesn't know that that imagination that you had was not a real experience. As far as your subconscious mind knows, you lived that. I'm gonna get some food in me, guys. I've probably taken enough of your time without a structured video here. Oh yeah, I keep this hanging on my refrigerator. Every day, life offers you two choices. You can either remain where you are, or you can rise a little bit higher. I heard that on a motivational video from Denzel Washington, and I wrote that down, and I see it every day. Every day, life offers you two choices. When you wake up and you get up, you can either remain the same, remain where you're at in life, or you can choose to get better, rise a little bit higher every single day. God bless all you. Love you. Thanks for tuning in. It's just me sharing what I know, sharing what I'm learning. I'm not a financial advisor. I am not a counselor or a therapist. I'm not any type of authority figure on any of the information you hear me say. I'm not an authority on the Bible. I'm not an authority on any of this information. The only thing is, okay, so you got people out here that say how much they know about this, how much they know about that, right? You got to go to somebody that demonstrates results in order for you to actually in that subject, in order for you to get some valuable content. Okay, I've experienced this, I've done this, I've been through it, and I got better, I got sober. Okay, I almost 10 years now, and like I said, it has to a lot to do with what you're exposing yourself to, people you're hanging around with, the environment. So basically, the very first thing you have to do that I had to do, I had to leave the environment that I was in. I had to get away from all the music bands, get away from all the motorcycle clubs, get away from the strip clubs. I had to get away from anybody that I hung out with and used substances with and get into, luckily, okay, most people don't have any place to get to a different environment, okay? But if you really are sick of where you're at and you want to get somewhere else, you find a way to get out of that environment, get into a better environment, and then find something to keep you busy, something that's making you better. I did a college program, okay? Um, well, I was already doing college, but I dropped out of that program and did something else that was 40 hours a week, okay? Um, and that's a big trigger right there. If you go in college and getting student loans and getting grants and getting all this money That's a big relapse trigger. That's a big trap that you can fall into. I fell into it. I'm paying student loans every single month. I'm paying. Got it down to a little less than, it's like 30,400. Okay, got left to pay off. But yeah, I'm gonna break this stuff down. I'm gonna get a better get it laid out better. But it's just basically exposing you to the information, and you can only grow to what you're exposed to. And I think it's awesome if you guys are tuning into my videos. And thing is, that's a responsibility I got. If you're tuning into my videos, that I gotta at least put some effort into this, and I do care. I'm delivering this information because I want to help people that went through foster homes. I want to help people that went through the same experiences I did, and um, yeah, youth homes, juvenile penitentiaries, all that have had a life of substance abuse and have either, I want to encourage them, actually expose them to the information. I didn't quit. I was, like I said, I was hammered with information. I had the courts and the law system telling me that I'm not doing things right. Okay? I'm not doing things right, but I continued to do it. I continued to use substances. I continued to keep making the mistakes I was making. And it literally, yeah, I was exposed to all that, and that creeped in there, but it literally did not happen until something inside of me, and like I said, I attributed it to accepting Jesus into my heart, okay? Being completely honest. So basically, I had already did the sinner's prayer and all that, but when I was laying up in, in the county jail after my dad passed away, there were some other hardships that were right along with that a couple months later. But I laying up in there, and I had learned through life that God lives in my heart. Okay, the Holy Spirit lives in my heart. So I, out of desperation, really wanting to change my life, man, wanting something different, did not want to keep being laying in a fucking jail cell. And I laid there and I talked honestly and openly to my heart, which was where the Holy Spirit resides, and being completely honest and willing to do whatever I had to do. Okay? I had to be completely honest about all substances and started to take action. And that was back in 2010. I was actually, when my dad passed away, I was trying to get sober again. But, and I might have, I don't know if that was my relapse trigger there, but I eventually got off of it. And the only thing that I had been focusing on is work and being able to pay bills and pay for myself and live. And that's it. Focusing on my career, focused on going from that job to that job to that job in the same industry, getting certified, okay, going to school for it, starting my own business in it. That's what I did. All right. So that's mainly what I've been doing my whole sobriety. And yeah, I'm going to study a little bit more about some of the things that I might have inherited and learned, or, like what other traits of a human being develops in childhood in certain types of environments and stuff like that. Because I'm really trying to figure out what's going on here. All right. Like I said, they teach you about coming across a situation or an event, and they teach you that there you have thoughts and you have feelings from those thoughts and you act in a certain way. Then they break it down that you actually see everything through a belief system. Well, that's your subconscious mind. That is your mental program that has been there since you were a child. Teach a child the way he should live, and he will remember it all his life. Okay? And I'm just digging into information and stuff, and I'm finding out that we can change our mental programming. Okay, and it's about imagining the stuff that you want it's already happened. Okay, you're just working towards it, and you're taking the steps to get there, and it's already happened. So you're just working your way up to that. Um, and because the subconscious mind doesn't know what's real and what's not, what your experience, what you're in. So you know, yeah, I gotta eat, man. Um, yeah. So we can change it, man. We can change it, and I'm gonna learn more about that. There's plenty of people out there on the subject. You got what the hell is his name? Um, is it Bill Proctor or Bob Proctor? You know, he's one of them. He's actually yeah he says a lot of stuff on the same thing. He actually draws this little diagram of a surround the head, and then another little circle with arms and legs on it, and it's got the conscious mind, the subconscious. So they take the circle and cut it in half, right, to a line in the middle. Actually, I got something on that right there. I did have, I don't know, but conscious mind on top of that circle, subconscious mind, and then the body. And he equates the thoughts with the conscious mind, the feelings, your emotions with the subconscious mind, and then your actions with the body. Okay, and he goes as far as the vibrations, the manifestation stuff, the vibrations from your emotions, and it's basically the thoughts you have, the words you say, your feelings, everything. He teaches that it goes out into the universe, and everything that you send out comes back. And you know, some stuff might be far out there. Some stuff, you know, we're all completely tied up into our everyday existence, our everyday struggle to survive in life. With they say you're walking down the street and you get hit with a brick. Okay, you just mind your own business, and then pow, you're hit with a brick. Okay, that's what life does to us, man. Just chugging along. Yeah, do. I got this goal. I'm gonna do that. Ooh, I gotta go to the grocery store. Ooh, got no responsibility of nobody else. And then bow, something out of your control happens and sends you in a little whirlwind, just like it just happened to me, my mom, and my brother. I'm kind of over that. It's a couple days here. We're gonna find out what exactly is gonna happen. But that was not as serious as my inner self and my thought process and everything made that out to be. But like I said, I was paralyzed. I was distraught. I didn't want to leave the house, man. I was down. I was like, it's just partly sad for my brother, partly, you know, because I didn't want to change. I don't want to change what's going on with me right now. And you know, if I got to help, you know, I've been working really hard over the past year and a half to try to save up my emergency fund and get a little bit in an investment account, a brokerage account for the future. And I might have to dig into that to help pay for her place. And most of that, if I work hard enough, I can maybe not dip into that. But that means that everything I'm working for the next 5 6 months may be just to pay the bills here and survive here, and to pay bills for her down there and help her survive. But we will get through it and keep going. But anyway, I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in for so long. I'm getting my passion's building up for the information. So now it's like that's all I want to do is spend my time when I come in the house. And I don't even turn the TV on unless I go over there to watch YouTube or something. But thanks for watching. I'll be back at you guys again soon. Um, I'm going to enjoy my macaroni and cheese and my fried hot dogs. Thank you. Talk to you guys later. Have a good one, family.